Hi guys, it's Mango and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to discuss my top 5 most cringe movies on my movie list, and if you've seen some of them, please comment below and tell me if you thought they were the most cringiest movies you've seen, and if you haven't, then you can either watch them or you can just avoid them and take them off your movie list. So let's get started. First movie on our list is We're the Millers, which came out in 2013 and has some of the biggest movie stars in Hollywood starring in. The second movie on my list is London Fields, which is a thriller mystery, and it came out in 2018. It stars Amber Heard, Billy Bob Thornton, Theo James, Cara Delevingne, and many other famous actors. Now, London Fields is probably the worst movie I've ever seen, or at least in the top 5 worst movies. It flopped badly in the box office, and there were a lot of legal battles surrounding the movie, including Amber Heard, who was the protagonist, and she took, if I'm correct, the producers or the director, she sued them because they showed too much naked scenes than she thought they would. But I have to say, it is a very bad movie. I mean, despite the legal issues and the big names that are starring in it, it is a very bad movie. The storyline is about Nicola, who's played by Amber Heard, who's a female fatale and lives with a premonition that she'll be murdered, and starts a love affair with 3 different men at the same time. It contains a lot of nudity, a lot of aggression, and unnecessary scenes. It's really a very bad movie, and I'm very interested to know why all these actors agreed to be in it. But if you really do want to laugh from the extreme cringe moments, I highly recommend London Fields. And yes, Amber Heard gave another very disappointing performance in this movie. So I would genuinely advise you to watch this. If you're in the mood to watch a cringe-worthy movie, this is your go-to. My third movie on the list is Charlie's Angels 2019. Now, I want to emphasize that because I'm a huge fan of the 2000s Charlie's Angels movies that stars brilliant Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu. Yeah, the iconic trio for me. And that is why Elizabeth Banks wanted to try and make a remake of it, starring Kristen Stewart, Ella Balinska, Naomi Scott, Patrick Stewart, and many other names. Now, although the movie has 50% on Rotten Tomatoes Google users and didn't flop badly in the box office, it made over its budget, it was not received very well by the audience. The story wasn't very interesting or entertaining. Spoiler alert, the only scene that I found a bit nice was the dance scene at the end when all the females at the party ended up being angels, which I thought was a nice twist. But overall, it was a very badly made movie. I didn't like the casting at all. It was a very big letdown. It can't compare to the classics, and that is something that even Kristen Stewart confessed to recently, where she said that she hated making the movie, where she said, to quote, "Honestly, the 3 you can't touch. Cameron, Lucy, and Drew. I love that movie, if that says anything." And I absolutely agree. I think that the script was not well made for this one, although I do love Kristen Stewart's character. I think she played the role beautifully, but I believe it was a flop compared to the 2000 Charlie's Angels movies. Now, the fourth movie on my list is Bad Mums, and I'm going to include the first one and the second one because they were both badly made. I would say the second one was worse than the first one, which is a Christmas movie. It came out in 2016 and it has a very good cast list. And it stars Mila Kunis, Catherine Hahn, Kristen Bell, Christina Applegate, and many more famous actors. Now, I didn't enjoy the first one. The movie is about 3 overworked mothers who are pushed beyond their limits, and they decided to basically rebel against the stereotypical role of a mother and indulge in parties and eccentric activities just like they were in their 20s, which for me, it exaggerated everything. For me, it exaggerated the concept of rebelling against the motherly role, because they basically went from being overly protective and housewives to being reckless, getting drunk, and just basically not even taking care of their children. They could have done it a bit more subtly, in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, overall, it wasn't that bad, but there were some very cringy moments, and it got worse in Bad Moms 2, even though they added even more great names, such as one of my favorite actresses, Susan Sarandon, plays in it. It was a cringe fiesta. There was literally nothing I liked about Bad Moms 2. I'm really sorry if anyone watching this liked it. That is my humble opinion. It is a decent movie and a good comedy, but it was just overwhelmingly cringe for my liking. And now, last but not least, the 5th movie on my cringe list is Baywatch. The movie came out in 2017, and it has some of my favorite actors such as Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario. It stars Dwayne Johnson and some cast from the iconic Baywatch series. For me and for Rotten Tomatoes, it was a flop. I expected it to be much better. The script was very poorly written. The storyline was very cringy and predictable. And apart from having actors with great bodies and being attractive running on a beach with their red swimsuit, I didn't feel that it reached its potential or even came close to becoming as iconic as the TV show. So for me, it was very cringy. The only scene I like was with Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson kiss, because I thought that was very funny. But overall, I didn't really like it, and it was too overly cringe for me. That is just my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you have watched some of these movies, what your opinion is, or comment below which is the most cringe movie you've seen. Thank you again for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.